Big. You got to think about this every day when you wake up. All them fake ass dudes that was acting like they was in your corner, making all these promises, and you know what I'm saying. Once a dog man doesn't need you anymore, or feels like he doesn't need you anymore. Let's say they siphon your whole yard. It's got all the pieces. Been nice. Didn't care about the pieces that got sacrificed. They just care about the pieces that they get to tuck away. This game never fails, bruh. As much as people could act like they're not like a certain way. Oh, they're like that. They're like that. Did you get the magazine? Did you get the mag? We about to do this shit different, man. I don't know, man. About to do it a little different. Bank statement. What up, brother? Salute to you. Hold up. You right. Let me get my monetization. Get my mono. Salute everybody in the building. Salute everybody. We've been in here getting it in. Sub count growing. Let me get this up here. Go ahead and see if we can get it going for y'all. See if we can get it going. Hey, salute. Lamont Grant, what up, brother? Cracking is cracking. They gonna know. They gonna find out when the price is as high as giraffe pussy. They're gonna find out. Everybody's gonna want to be so full and want to do all, you know what I'm saying? That's what hard work does, though. When you put in that hard work, that's what happens. Okay. Let me let you know that. It's gonna be some people that doubted you. They didn't think that you would turn that curve. They felt like they could go do it with a bunch of other group of individuals. They didn't want to give you your credit for the dogs you bred. They do anything but give you the credit for the dogs that you bred. Remember that, y'all. Remember that. Then what I always do, I say, oh, because of the heat. And then they agree. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. Because you put other people's name out there that have been caught for all kind of shit. This, you making sure known that even if they didn't breed the motherfucker, you make sure you put their name on there. It's the envy. You're just more you're on another level when people don't get to interact with you and know you, right? You're more on a different level to them in their eyes, to pea brains. One thing about me, I always keep a whole life full of shit to do. So I'm really not worried. But for you guys coming up in this, I always like to be the one that told you so type of dude, like, I told you. So if you're that type of guy, you got to make certain predictions. When it comes to that. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Get them likes up. I don't want to Monitor the likes. I'm gonna just end the show. You know, that's how we're gonna do it, man. No Till November. Hey, I like that. I like that. Borderland. Borderland came up here the other day, like no November. I got the motherfucking t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You could get in there. Go look in the bio right now. We got t-shirts. And matter of fact, the platform I put them on, they're actually selling them for really cheap. You could probably get a shirt, Team Mike, you know, sucker free. You could probably get one for a hot dub right now. You know, I think they was at like $16 or something. You know, they marked them down. I think they were regular 23 or something on that website. But I got the link in the bio, APBT Magazine shop. You can get over there and snatch you up one, man. Take a picture with your dog. Go to the shows and represent. They know these logos. Everybody done seen them. Right? We can't act like that. But the No Till November, this one's huge, man. Not even in the APBT world. There have been a lot of telling, a lot of dudes. Just not, you know, I mean, and look, we could say that you know, yeah, you shouldn't be doing crime anyway. You know, we could say that. That's fair. You shouldn't be doing crime anyway, Buck City. You haven't learned. You haven't learned your lesson. You know, we hear that. We hear it all the time. You know, smash the likes. If I go check the likes, they're not where they supposed to be. I'm just in the show. Because I really do got other shit to be doing besides doing shows for an audience that's not my real audience. Like, I don't, like, if they just come to see if I'm gonna talk shit about somebody or, you know, something like that, like, I'm not really doing shows for them. Okay. We about to be on this members only shit. You know, like a hater. One thing about a hater, he's not gonna pay a membership. You know, $7.99 a month. He's not gonna pay that. $10.99. Their haters aren't paying that. So me personally, it's my wake and bake. I'd rather smoke and because this is not for views. If it was for views, I wouldn't use profanity. Right? You get way more views if you don't use profanity, bro. You know, like if this shit was really about views, this is about, you know, having that energy, man. Having people coming up under me that's out here ready to win, you know, straight up. I think that means more to me than anything. Being the cornerstone of motherfuckers' whole fucking yard, whether if they want to give me credit or not. You know, that's I do this shit for, not to be around a bunch of busters. So make sure you get them likes up, support the channel, grab the magazine, grab a t-shirt. All the links is in the bio, bro. You know, all the links for everything. You could Cash App. We accept Cash App, but the channels are monetized. You know, that's, I mean, a little bit of housekeeping, man. Janae Johnson, what's going on? Salute everybody in the building. Wes Walker, what up? So November 1st through the 30th, you know, I know you rats, you know, you guys kicking wires under cars and shit and don't want to fess up to the shit. You know, you guys are going to have to chill for a month, 1 month. You know, it's not that hard. 30 days, fellas. It's not that hard for some of you guys suffering with severe case of self-snitching and, you know, all the dry snitching, you know, a bad case of dry snitching. Stage 4 dry snitching on everybody. You know, I've been hearing channels too, bro. You guys need to be a little bit more respectful, bro. You know, absolutely no snitching on nobody. That's number one. Okay, absolutely no snitching on nobody. Oh yeah, I birthed a lot of yards. Oh yeah, you know they take the shit that's not Buck City. That Buck City don't get no credit, but they take the shit that's not Buck City off of their whole yard, and they don't have shit. I guarantee you. You know, sometime when you're a real breeder, you're gonna get like this. You know, it's motherfucker. If you don't feel this passionate, that's because you're a fucking peddler. You know, you're just trying to make a quick dollar. But I'm talking about before the money, before all of that, before all the bunch of breedings and trying to do, you know what I'm saying? There was a level and a standard that most of you guys don't have. Okay. So it's absolutely no snitching on nobody this month. You can't do it for 12 months. At least do it for 1 month. 1 month. No dry snitching on dog man or mention unless RIP. Let that one sink in, bro. I think a lot of us get this one fucked up. Right? A lot of us get this one right here screwed up. You dry snitching. You're talking about guys that were in matches and they're still around. You're talking about guys, dogs that they got the dog on their yard right now. I'm sorry, you guys. We know you want to act like you're a big dog man and shit. You're a big ass dog man. Right? That's one of the reasons why when I did my first 100 pedigree breakdowns, you can go back and look. Every single dog I did was deceased beyond 5-10 years. Beyond. The average dog I did was probably 25 to 40 something years old. That was my range. Because you don't want to be on this YouTube getting people caught up, brother. I know you guys don't know you're L7. A lot of dudes are L7. They talk the big game and shit, you know, but they really square. So they don't really understand. It's not that they're intentionally doing something wrong. It's that they just don't fucking understand. Right? No dry snitching on dog man or mention unless RIP. So this guy is not out of the game. RIP. Then why are you speaking on it? You're going to get somebody in trouble, brother. You're going to get somebody in trouble, but November, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not telling on nobody this month. Yeah, go back and delete all them videos. I know. You didn't know that you were doing it, but you are. That's dry snitching. If I got a dog on my yard, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm in my bed, sleep, not even fucking with you internet motherfuckers. Right? That's how some of the dog men look. You know, they talk to me, man, I ain't fucking with that. I don't know how you do that shit, man. I don't know. Like, bro, look, like I got this. But that's how the real world looks at this shit. You know, I just want you guys to know. I mean, we can get in this little small sector and act like, you know, this is the whole dog game, but this is not. This is just a little piece of the dog game right here, right? So you got to look how other people think about this shit and view this type of content that we're talking about. Everybody, for historical and catch a hog and, you know, all this shit. Bro, they know all the lingos and shit. They know all the shit. And then if you're so adamant that you'll get up on here every day and try to talk about this, oh, if it would have did, it would have did, you know, I mean, that's cool, but it sounds like it's just dog fighting material, bro. It does. That's what they say. That's what it looks like. Okay. You got to have some type of content, dog, not just the same old shit. The same old shit, bruh. You know? Speak on your own dogs, unless the dogs are RIP. Speak on your own shit. Nobody needs to know in depth of what another motherfucker that's, like I said, probably not even on here minding his own fucking business. And here you go talking about this man's dog. Dry snitching. Oh, yeah, he's a champion. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I think oh, yeah. You know, like, bro, who are you? Who pillow talking ass are you? And I ain't talking about nobody in particular. So if you feel some type of way, it must be you. Okay. I got my shows already prepped. And this is the topics that I'm talking about. Okay. Speak on your own fucking dog. If you want to tell how many champions that you got on your yard and be a dummy, then go ahead. But to get on here on this public platform, you don't know who's listening, what animal control agencies. Then they see somebody get in trouble across the water or across state lines, and then they automatically know to contact that agency because they actually have information on this guy because he's on a live stream running his fucking man. Look. Smash the like buttons. I don't want to check them. I'm just ending the show. The show just, he said the post is the past snitch. Okay. Statute of limitations on dog fight. I think it's about 5 years, Bando for life. I think it's 5 years, right? But that don't have nothing to do with their investigation. So let's say I get on here and I talk about a dog fight. Let's allegedly that it happened 5 years ago, right? Like I could get up here and talk about all that shit, and no, they can't prosecute me for that, but they can investigate me, right? They can get warrants and stuff to try to get wiretaps, and you know what I'm saying? They can go to judges and try to get this type of stuff that you don't know about. You don't know when they're starting an investigation on you, right? Or your crew, right? So you gotta be mindful when you're moving around because you don't know who they're investigating. They don't just say, hey, I'm going to investigate you for 2 years. They don't do that. Right? So just because the statute of limitations is up, that doesn't mean that they don't, like if I get up on here and say, oh yeah, I fought all these dogs 10 years ago and shit, they could just investigate me. Like, okay, this guy has dogs. He's talking about it. He doesn't seem like he's against it. He seemed like he's romanticizing it. Get the magazine. There's an article in there about that. Get the mag. Link in the bio. I'm gonna start having a link in the bio. If you want the magazine, any of the links, anything we got going on, they got a sale on t-shirts, a whole bunch of stuff in there. All the shit that I be rocking, the team mic. Right. Yeah, nah, bando. You know, and this ain't like some classroom or no shit, bro. This is common sense. Common sense, bro. You know, you got to know, yeah, there is a statute of limitations. Oh, yeah, I'm only talking about that happened in the past. Yeah, okay. And then now they at your motherfucking house to do a welfare check on your dogs because they might just think that, you know, that you're doing something with them dogs based on what you've said on these live streams. And then we're going to go check out the other guys' houses and shit, and let's keep an eye on them because we seen them on social media, right? We know that guy, so we're going to keep an eye on him because the guy that we're looking at said that he had a champion and shit online. Oh, I know who such and such is. He in my area. That'll get caught up, my friends. That's how you're going to get caught up. And you could just say, hey, man, this information doesn't mean anything. Fine, fine. The pink runts is still hitting. The pink runts is still hitting. So, no tail November. Mind your own business. This one's going to be hard for me. Even though I mind my business, but I tend to like to troll. So trolling is a form of not minding your business. So this one's going to be hard for me because it's not my business about, well, I think it is my business to know why you kicked that wire up under the car. Put a 1 in the chat if that's my business. Let's take a vote. Put a 1 in the chat if that's my business. Because if not, I don't know if I'm going to be able to follow this one this month. You know, mind my own business. You know. Maybe, okay, so that's not my business. That's not my business. Oh, okay, it is. It is my business. Okay, I got you. I got you, brother. Okay, so it is my business. It is my business. Okay. Okay. Pitbull, here go tree hugging ass Pitbull in perspective. I think you're this must be your girl. Hey, I'm gonna let you ride on this one. Cause I'm just telling you, I gotta, my mind is just incredible. And the way you put that on there, it just seems like a tree hugging. I ain't gonna get into it, bro. I'm holding back. I'm holding back, brother. I got the picture and everything. You know what I'm saying? Be easy. I'm just saying. You know, if you just want to come troll, you don't want to call in, just be easy. I'm being light on you right now, brother. And if this is, you know who, they need to back up too, because it could get ugly. It could get ugly. So that is my business. Okay. Don't tell on yourself either. Don't tell on yourself. Don't dry snitch on yourself, man. You know, don't get up here doing that. Don't get up here doing that. You don't have to do that. You're not gonna gain any friends. You know, if anything, if you got anything good, you're just gonna gain a bunch of low lives. Straight up. It's going to be a bunch of vultures that's coming around trying to suck from the pot, bro. That's what it's going to be. And then when shit hits the fan, they're nowhere to be around. After they don't need you no more, they're nowhere to be around, brother. Now, if they need you, it's unlimited resources. Right? But once they get to that level, you're going to be like, damn, I'm a dummy. I just got myself locked up trying to impress a bunch of internet dudes. Hey, man, look, no till November. It's not that long, y'all. It's not that long. You guys don't have to be panicking. Just hold tight. You'll make it. You'll make it. I know snitching is in your blood. You know, it's in your DNA, your genetic makeup is to be a rat. But just for 30 days, right? Just for 30 quick days, I know you can do it, especially on these platforms. People talking to name dropping and shit. I've heard it. These people don't appreciate that shit, bro. They don't appreciate it. You know? They don't. So we got to be considerate. We got to be considerate. This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now. Support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online. It lives in print. Hey, man, did you get that mag? Listen, get the magazine. Get the mag. Get the magazine. Dive in. We want you to dive in, right? Let's get a few sales. Dive in. Smash that like button. Show your support. It's the early show today. Early show. Salute all the supporters, the real ones. Cracking kennels. The real ones. When it go down, if you wasn't cracking kennels, don't come to the table. You know, I love the spinoffs. You know, a lot of spinoffs, but this one's for cracking kennels, man. You know, them brothers been holding it down to the utmost. Ain't never switched up. Cracking is cracking, like I said. Numbers don't lie. It's easy to say you got a good producer until you look at the numbers. One dog throws 100 pups. 7 turn out. Other throws 9 pups and 3 of them make the cut. It don't take a rocket scientist to see which one bred smarter. Numbers don't lie. We do this. We do this time and time again. And 7 turning out of 100. I think that's showing love to some people, because I know for a fact that some dogs done had this many offspring, bro. They done had 100 damn offspring and they haven't produced none, right? What happened to those dogs? You had all those offspring. Just like Stanky Leg. Let's talk about Stanky. You know, because I always throw him under the bus. He's the under the bus dog. He bred 4 times. He's this dog right here. Okay, so he was born before I got locked up. He was a well-to-do puppy before I got locked up. So he's at least 3 years old right now, at least. Probably pushing 3.5. He had 4 quick breedings. That could be 25 puppies. Okay? That could be 30 puppies. Right? 40's probably a stretch, but that could be 25, 30 puppies. 20 easily. Right? Two of the bitches look like they took. So the probability of this dog having puppies is very high. And then you look at the different things that these dogs can do, whether if it's winning the championship in the show ring, winning the championship, top dog, whatever it is, turning out to be a good hunting dog, like 7 out of 100 turned out to be a good hunting dog, you know. Then you got to weigh out those numbers. But we got dogs that produce well over 100 puppies. Still don't have 7 good offspring that we can say, okay, this is what it is. I don't need to go back in the pedigree. I have this example sitting right in front of me. Right. Another throws 9 pups, and 3 of them make the cut. Like 3 of them, when I say make the cut, let's say wall climb is the thing. Out of 9 puppies, I get 3 that can go to competition and win. That's will be the mark that you're looking at. Everything's the same. See, people act like, even in the fighting world, the mark is the same, right? You're looking at it the same. He couldn't get up the wall. He couldn't fucking scratch in 25, 30 minutes, right? Or he quit in 15 minutes, or he didn't have the ability, right? It's the same process, okay? We want to make it all difficult. I know them channels, you know, they got you mesmerized. The guys getting up on there, dry snitching on themselves. That shit's fun. Me personally, I don't want to hear it, you know, but, you know, I guess it's fun. It doesn't paint the dog in a positive light, right? But the process is the same. That's what you got to understand. You got to get that through your head. It's not rocket science. So you got 9 pups, 3 of them make the cut, rather if that's 3 different litters or however. Those 100 pups, you know, 100 pups, that got to come from a lot of, you've been breeding a lot, right? And that's not just on your yard, although some of them are. Some of these big name dogs, you know, some kennels have 25 dogs, with over 100 offspring for each of them. There's 25 dogs that I can attach to your name, and you got 100 offspring off of these dogs, or 200. Right? Pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of offspring. Right? So what dogs are actually producing and what's not, I think that's a part that is going to make you lose the breed. You're going to lose the breed. By you keep making excuses, letting dogs, oh, that's my wife's dog, okay. Okay, what's your point? Right? If she doesn't meet the standards, you just can't breed her and produce a whole nother generation of dogs that didn't meet the standards and then just breed her. And then you try to, somebody gets, well, I guess it's smart and tries to sell it. Now what do we got? We just got a bunch of people looking far back in the pedigree, 20 generations. I say Stanky Leg is 49 times buck. It's utterly ridiculous though. And not even relevant. Without the grandparents, without the parents, right? Without that Zeus dog, without Mafia Myers, right? Without Yellow Page, King Buck, those dogs. There's other dogs that are farther closer into the mix that you should be living off of their legacy. Those are the dogs that's going to make your dog good. Way back in the pedigree, we can go find every single dog has Pincher in the pedigree. What was he, like a 14-time winner or a 21-time winner or something like that? Something crazy. 12-time winner. Right? Everybody's pedigree has that way in the back. But what's in the first 3 generations? I think that's what counts more than anything. So it counts more than anything. I just think you're doing their duty for what they paid for. Nonprofit organization are willing to pay for you to Donnie Brasco activities. Yeah. It's bad out here, man. It's bad out here. No till November. We're going to get through this. I don't think it's going to be no dry snitching. I don't think maybe not. There might be some don't like it and some may, I don't know. Maybe there might be some dry snitching. Get that dry going. So you know what it is. You know what it is. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's working man price. I'm going to be digging this toward Christmas time. We getting around the holidays. Thanksgiving's coming up, right? Dudes still think it's 1984. Back when David Tant had yellow for stud and shit, you know, like we really got to look at this. You know, what's going in to raising a single puppy? Why dudes be, you know, you tell them $1,000, because I think my thing in working man price is 1,015. Like, if a motherfucker don't got 1,000, because I think that's ultimately low. That's like I said, working man price. Working man price is low. You know, that's supposed to be a low price. So even at a Band-Aid, that's low, bruh. We can't, you know, we can't do that. But if somebody can't do that plus accommodations, at that point, you got to really evaluate the type of people that you want with your dogs. I think that's when it's going to come down to that. You know, what type of people do you want with them? Do you just want anybody with the dogs? Or is this a campaign to get anybody with the dog? Because you know people dry snitching, right? And if they fuck around and do something with that dog and a dry snitcher comes on YouTube, he's going to say that he's seen one of your dogs and he was a cur, or, you know, he's going to say that. And then you can't erase that. So you got to ask yourself, like, is it all worth it? Is it worth me selling a $500 dog and get the police at my house because this guy probably begged me for the papers before the dog even got to him? It's like that. And I don't know if it's trust issues that people have with other dog men not coming through. And, you know, maybe so. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's excusable. But lately, you know, it's been a lot of people that just be wanting papers on dogs before, you know, before the dog even makes it to him. Not one or two people, you know, a lot of people. You know, that's the big thing. You know, if it don't have the papers, that's the trend. That's what sector we're in. Yeah, we got dudes that don't care about the papers. You know, some dudes just don't care. They're probably never going to register the dog anyway. That is an extra step. I never registered a dog until probably like 2015 or something. You know, I just never did. I never registered a dog. You know, I had the stubs, I had all the means to do it, but it was never a necessity to me like it is today. Okay. So what is a person spending per dog? Okay. You know, your cost, everything that you got, everything. And I want to say per dog, because that's not the litter. You got to times this by however many dogs is in the litter, right? And some of this stuff, rather if you got one dog or 10, you still got to use the heat lamp. You still got to use this. You still got to, you know, everything. Yeah, you might not have to use 8 sets of shots, but you still got to open it up and have it the same grade of operation that if you got a 6-pack or 11-pack. Right. And time never once gets brought up when we're talking about this. The amount of time that you put in. I think that's the hidden fees. Those are hidden costs that nobody wants to talk about. So apparently I did some research, and pups 8-week costs yeah, basically each puppy. I wanted to break it down to that because when you're looking at purchasing a pup, I'm not looking at what the fuck the whole litter took. Like, I'm not buying the whole litter. I'm just buying a puppy. Right. So you got to look at it. A budget blue collar dog man is probably going to spend about 90 to about 150 per puppy. That's without time that you're putting in. Or if you got difficulties or anything. This is if everything is going smooth. Like, you didn't need anything extra. Nobody caught coccidia. Nobody, needed this or that. Just base from about 90 each pup to about 150. So if you got 10 puppies at 150, that's about 1,500, right? So that's three of your, luckily you got 10 of them, because that's three of your $500 puppies right there, sucked down the drain. If you did a breeding with somebody, bust that down, you got to give him 2 pups. Plus you probably had to drive 7 hours to meet him. So how much is that for gas? Like, add that up. These are hidden fees that don't get talked about. Right. That's a working man kennel that buy in bulk, DIY on everything. So you're building your own houses, you're building everything, your bowls, and you're getting your costs down, or the effectiveness. So you're getting top grade blue collar effectiveness for the fraction of the price that somebody else would pay if they just had a dog and they didn't know. Like, if they going to buy collars at Petco or PetSmart, those type of dudes, they going to buy a little ass harness that the dog's probably going to chew up in a week. They're not going to be wearing it in a week. If you're one of those type of guys, then you're going to be spending a whole lot more on everything. Some people use pads for the dogs. I use pads. That's hell of a lot of washing. Those pads, bleach, disinfect it. You know what I'm saying? I go to the cleaners to do all of that. I run down there, I drop a couple bags off. Boom, boom. I mean, that's what it is, man. Throw a whole bunch of bleach up in that motherfucker, and get that shit right. I get back, fold up all my shit. In that order. I clean them. I pre-clean them at the crib. I throw some Dawn on it, spray them down, disinfect them, spray them down, throw some Dawn, and I spray them out with the water hose and let them dry hang, and then I'll get them and run them down there and get them cleaned up. So that's a process that takes time. It takes a lot of time. You got your balanced mid-tier guys, kennel using quality food, proper worming schedule, clean housing. Those are going to be, you're from like $160 to like 300 a puppy. Mid-tier quality feed, for those guys that's using Victor and they're using quality feed all the time, it's getting up there. It's getting, the 160 to maybe about 300 range, per puppy. And that don't have nothing to do with the time. That don't got nothing to do with nothing. Right? That don't have nothing to do with separating them, needing another cage because they done started fighting each other. Okay. One gets sick. I was just talking to my partner yesterday. Yeah, even if we split in the litter, you don't want the dead ones. We ain't splitting the dead ones. You want quality pups. You want live pups. We supposed to be splitting the litter. Well, you ain't gonna take none of the dead ones. Okay, so you got to deal with that. That's on you. Remember that. That's a part of the cost. The dogs die. Different dogs in the litter, this and that, and you ain't got no control over it. Nobody cares either. Transporter don't care. Nobody cares. That's your problem. That's the cost of being a kennel. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You got premium showcase, everything top grade, supplements, high-end puppy feed, custom bedding, grooming gear. So you got you're grooming them, cutting their nails, doing all of this stuff, heat lamps, everything. That's gonna be like $250 to about $420 per puppy. So if you're feeding everything top quality, and I know a lot of guys that are like this, or at least the balanced mid tier. And the DIY working kennel get everything in bulk, DIY everything. That's a good level too. They're all three good levels to be at. If you're getting everything in bulk, then yeah, that puppy's gonna use his fraction. But look at all the stuff that you had to go buy in bulk, though. That puppy's only gonna eat his fraction of the food, of this, of that. But that goes to the cost. And then your time. Can we add a $10 a day tag for each puppy? Or is that too much? Is $5 a day tag on a puppy, to get them up? To get them up and going? You're doing the whole litter. That's just some of the things that you want to take into consideration when you want to go sell a $300 puppy. I'm just saying, even if you're at the ass bottom end and you're only spending $90 to take care of a puppy, $300 might not be worth it for you. Plus, you got to do this. You got to drive to the store. Somebody gets sick. You're taking a risk. You got these fucking dogs. You're going to sell it to somebody. Just let's assume that you're going to sell this dog to somebody and the dog is going to get in the wrong hands and somebody's going to fight him. So, because it happens all the time, right? Just because you sell a dog doesn't mean that person has to keep the dog. That person could get the dog, not like the dog, or fall on hard times, sell the dog, and then your dog is in somebody else's hands that whoop-de-doo. Nobody fucking knows what he does with his dogs, right? I think our rights don't protect us against that. Like we don't know. If I'm selling a dog, it's gonna be to recoup some of these expenses for one. That's gonna be the thing, because if you can recoup your expenses at the very least, what a lot of people I see do, they're not really making money. They're just trying to recoup the expenses, break even. If you could break even, you could probably have a good experience better than just taking loss after loss after loss, right? I done seen some nightmares, you know. I saw a brother lose more shit dealing with fuck niggas than the fucking police. And the police, they put them down right away. These dudes, they just destroyed the yard slowly, just like, wow, got to be more careful, man. So, you got feed, milk, kibble, treats. I don't do treats. I don't do no treats. We're not fucking with no treats. Um, I don't fuck with that. You're getting safeguard, all this stuff. That stuff's expensive, man. That stuff's expensive. It gets expensive. Of course, you're getting a big tube of it that you got to be careful with, because if you contaminate that tube, you can definitely weaken the actual effectiveness of the dewormer. So be clear that you want to go get that $40 bottle of that safeguard. Make sure you got a clean syringe, at least it's washed out thoroughly. If it's not a brand new one, make sure it's washed out thoroughly. And because that could make every bit of the difference in your dogs. If you got 5 or 6 months and you've been using this wormer and it's, you're throwing this dirty ass syringe in there, you just think everything is about being dirty and shit. How would you like a doctor to come up in there picking his butt and dirty fingernails and food all on his motherfucking shirt and shit? You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't feel too comfortable fucking doing that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Wormer 3 rounds, Pyrantel, Safeguard, Panic here. What if the food, the kibble, probably 25 on the low end. You're gonna feed one puppy. $25 can probably, maybe, I don't know, to 8 weeks. I don't know, bro, because I like to start feeding my dogs at 3.5 weeks. I like feeding my puppies at 3.5 weeks. And it's just my method. I think my pups look better than 90% of the people's shit. So that's why I say it like that, because I'm not gonna hear what other people gotta say until you show me a worm-free, fucking beautiful dog. I'm not hearing it. I don't want to hear it. So he can probably eat, that's at the budget, 25, 45, 65. I don't know what these breakdowns are through. We're looking at inflation, everything's fucked up, economy's fucked up, everything, right now. So unless you're just trying to give away dogs, you might not want to do the breeding right now. It might save you in the long run. Dewormer 3 rounds, $5. If you're on that budget, because you're getting that big ass tool for probably 40, 45 bucks, 39 or whatever, come out to about 45 bucks or something. Maybe they boosted it to 50. I don't know. But if you're getting that and you're just doing it for puppies, that's going to last you a long time. So $5 on a budget, 10 top medium tier, premium 15 for per puppy. You got to remember that. And this is this I don't know if this is this says over 8 weeks. So I don't know if this is a continuation or not. Vaccine 6 to 8 week parvo distemper combo. On a budget, That's wrong. That's wrong as shit. Because I know even if you go get the case on a budget, which would be the 25 pack, I was getting that one day shipping to the house for like 140. And if you do the math, you do a 6 and 8 week, it's gonna be more than that, even if you're on a budget. So you're probably looking at about, let's just say 20. It'd probably be like 15 if you're on a budget, but let's just say 20. And then mid-tier, I think will probably be going to Tractor Supply. You know, you could probably buck up out of there with, you know, for like 30 for both, 15, 14.99 for each, something like that, plus tax and all that shit, you know. And then premium, if you're gonna take them to the vet, you know, they're gonna cream you, you know, they're gonna cream you. They're not just gonna walk in and you just take a shot. Like they probably want a $60 fee just to see your dog. You know, oh yeah, we'll see that. And then they probably gonna charge you another $65, $70 and say that your dog need this type of shampoo. And you know, you might be coming out of a couple $100, you know, if you're going up in there. Of course, if you're taking a whole litter, you could probably get a good premium, you know, but they're probably still gonna crack you for about $25 a shot. I haven't took a whole litter to the vet. That to me, it's pointless when you can do the shit your damn self, you know. Supplements, budget, you know, not really nothing on there. Supplements, you know, your coconut oil, fish oil, NutriCrowd, probiotics, all that type of stuff that you may use. Some people use natural dewormers, and I would use wheat germ oil. There's a lot of different things that you could use that, you know, it's used as a supplement. The, you know, the calories, the dine, all that type of stuff can be expensive, but you're gonna break it down, of course, the fraction of the cost that you're, you know, actually gonna give to that one puppy. But if you're buying it in bulk, you know, look what you're getting. If you're not buying it in bulk, you're probably not gonna get that, because I think it only come in like a half gallon or a gallon. So it could be expensive. I paid about 60, $70 for a gallon of that shit, you know. And you know, that's what it is. Grooming, all that type of stuff, cleaning supplies, utilities, bedding, toys, socialization, you know, all of that. So I don't really care about that. You know, maybe a couple toys or something. You know, that's gonna be even on a budget, $100, 200 to 300, you know, premium. So you're priced out. If you're doing everything premium, you're priced out of a $500 puppy. You won't be able to sustain. And if that's what you're in it for, to make money, you might have to go pick another breed, because this APBT, it ain't working for you. It just ain't working for you. You're paying this. That means this. But sometimes we love this shit so much that we don't look at the cost of the shit. Now, if you're gonna tough it out, I think that's a good way. Like, if you're just gonna tough it out and be like, all right, fuck it. You know, at first, you know, I probably ain't gonna make shit, but then once I get my kennel up and everything, all my promotion, and I send Buck this ad for my stud to be in that stud magazine, then it might maybe start picking up. You might get 2,000 a puppy, right? 2,000 is doable, right? We wouldn't be having this conversation if there was 2,000, you know. So what's working man's price 2026? That's a discussion that we need to have. We need to have this discussion. You dig? This ain't just a magazine. It's a movement. The American Pit Bull Terrier. Real dogs, real yards, real history. From legendary bloodlines to modern breeders, keeping the flame lit. Yard spotlights, breeding knowledge, controversy, culture. This is for the ones who walk it like they talk it. No fluff, no fakes, just dog man, dog woman, and dogs. Grab your issue now, support the culture. Because the legacy don't live online, it lives in print. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween from Buck City Kennels. My family to yours. If you don't celebrate, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's still No Tail November. No Tail November. Ain't no telling, bruh. You got to suck it up. Suck it up, man. Suck it up.
$1,500, beefing in my trousers. 200 of them bubble guns finna crop. Next week off top, I bleed the block and I pull up in a drop. Rockstar, I told heavy metal. I'm straight out the gutter by the sewer, yeah, the ghetto. Cold-blooded like Rick James. Yeah, I spit flames. Thanking God every day since this shit changed. Bismillah, yeah, I made it out. Giving attention, motivation, education, yeah, this shit game. Staying on my pivot, not to mention. Watch these hoes stay on your toes and never trust these bitches. I went from a cutlass to a fiscal. And I don't do the gram, baby, keep me out your mentions. I would never fold, I know niggas that done told. I got money in the attic, it's so old, it's about to mold.
In the hottest section with weapons and cocaine. 17 in the streets, hotter than propane. I'm on my toes, watch these hoes with bifocal frame. I been on these niggas' head like a migraine. In the hottest section with weapons and cocaine. 17 in the streets, hotter than propane. On my toes, watch these hoes with bifocal frames. Suicide doors on them, Kurt Cobain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man. No Tail November starts tomorrow. No dry snitching. The dry snitching is out, fellas. I know some of you can't do it. Some of you can't do it, bruh. It's going to be hard for some of you, but for the real ones, man, follow these rules, man, and I pray that your journey be prosperous. Talk about your own dogs. Okay? Dudes that's minding their own business, we're going to leave their names out of it. They still alive. You know, they still with us on this earth. Some dudes taking their kids to school and shit. They don't got time to be fucking around with dudes on YouTube, man, name dropping and shit, bruh. They don't. Kennel economics. I like that topic. It's what we don't want to talk about. Absolutely no dry snitching on nobody. No dry snitching on dog man or mention unless RIP, brother. Speak on your own dogs unless the dogs are RIP. Mind your own business. Kicking the wire under a car is our business. It is. Don't tell on yourself. I think that's the one, because we got young dudes. Maybe they want to, they inspired to be on this YouTube shit. And they think that they got to get on here and dry snitch on themselves just because these old motherfuckers is doing it. Old motherfuckers be a little bit more established sometimes. They could afford it. They really probably ain't doing shit. They got a couple dogs. Police come. They ain't doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. Not like that. Not like what you're trying to do. Not like what you're trying to build. Not what you have the energy to do. And if you're 25, you're going to be thinking a whole nother way by the time you're 35. I know they didn't tell you that because they're not good mentors. It's a bunch of busters. I don't respect them. No tell November. You're not telling on people. You're not getting up on social media putting people's government name out there. They don't address themselves as that. You'll never hear your real name come out of my mouth, RBG, ever. J83, you dig? Never. What the fuck do I need to say your real name for? Hey, man. Dapper Bird Gaming. Salute to you. It pays to listen and observe. There's some real longevity in that. I dig it. What's up? Salute to everybody. Happy Halloween. Go get that candy. Keep that shit away from me. I don't want no candy. Soon as I got out of jail, candy. It was like 2 weeks after Halloween. And candy everywhere. Bags of the shit. All the kids' rooms had candy. And I'm just candied up. Good Lord. Good Lord. I hope he gives me strength to not indulge in the candy this year. Hades, what up, brother? Nah, we just talking a little kennel economics. No Tell November. Look in the bio. I got some shirts, everything. I put it on this platform. Apparently, they got them for like $16, man. Go get you a couple shirts. I got the Sucker Free, the Team Mike, the Thou Shall Not Dry Snitch. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got a few joints. I got a dope one. It's called let me see. Let me see this shit. Oh, have money, have heart. It's a dope little design. Dope little design. Let me see if they'll let me share it. See if they'll let me share it real quick. All about networking, man, because you never know what's going to work out for you. Let me see. me get this up here. Here we go. APBT magazine, Buck City store. We're just getting the hang of it, man. That's all we doing. This is what's shaking, though, Hades. This is what's shaking. We're gonna be at 'em. We're gonna be at 'em. Hey, stay over there. Stay over there. Please do us a favor. We don't need you. We got 7 designs. I got the Swamper. Look, 2 days. You got 2 days, 18 hours, 43 minutes, and 50 seconds to get the Swamper for 16. I got this joint for the 16, this joint for the 16, Team Mike for the 6. You can't beat these. Take advantage. This have money, have heart joint right here, man. I really like this one right here, man. I really like this one. Maybe in a black, though. Maybe in the Blizzak like that. You know, it's winter time. You know, it's winter time. You know, get over here, snatch it up. Links in the bio. The links in the bio. Matter of fact, let me see. Does this have money, have heart? And it shows the unity too. You know, as you can see, the actual visual is a couple brothers, couple white boys. You feel me? And they getting it in. They having a good time gambling, right? Have money, have heart. It kind of ties in to what we're doing in the APBT community. So, you know, this one right here, and let me see if they let me see. They should have had the quick response. Let me see. Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work for me. Salute my brothers. There go the link. If y'all want to just jump on it, man. Have money, have heart, man. Because that's dope right there. That's real dope, man. Have money, have heart. People don't know. You might be at the casino. You know, you might want to grab this one when you go to the casino with baby, because you about to win. You with the winning team, man. You about to win or doing something else. And you know the saying, man. You got to live by that. Some of this shit, man, them sayings people say, man, you got to live by that, man. Live by it. You dig? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? El Plaga. You know what it is? El Plaga. El Plizzle. El motherfucking Plaga. Get that magazine. It's on Amazon right now. APBT magazine on Amazon. Type it in. It pops right up. You know, we putting in that hard work, man. We putting in that hard work to elevate and be the best at what we do. What we do. I can't wait till we get 5 of them up on the thing like that, on that picture like that. That's iconic for me. For me, this is growth for me. You know, I appreciate all the support, but trust me, you know, this is because this is what got destroyed. This is the type of person that they'll fuck over. I'm telling you. Nobody's bigger than the program, bro. They'll fuck over anybody. No, they fucked over the author of the motherfucking APBT magazine. And make this bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So people could see that you could take a fall and bounce back up. That's what this is about. This isn't about somebody's personal issue that they have with Buck City. Right. This isn't about all the dry snitching that's been going on and everybody just thought it was cool. It ain't about that. It ain't about that. My Backstreet Boys. Goals. That's what's up. You know, I need 2 books. I need a blue one and a purple one. I mean, a blue one and a yellow one. Up on there, smacked in there. Just a whole stack of them. We on borrowed time. We ain't supposed to be here. They tried to fuck me over. They tried to fuck me over. You got to understand how the law works. We're going to lace you up. Link in the bio. Link in the bio for the magazine or the merch. You don't never got to ask, hey, how do I get it? How do I? Link in the bio. Link in the bio. Give us ours. Give us ours, y'all. Appreciate everybody that pulled up. Double time. We out.
Drop fast, move too flip too fast. Ain't no such thing too fast. Drop too fast, move too fast, flip too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast.
Money's always on my mind, so I'ma get it. And if it makes sense, then you know I'm down with it. Cause people say I drive too fast, too fast, too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. I got it coming in like Usain Bolt. You want that dope? You gon' get what you pay for. Telling me I move fast, but I think you move slow. Time waits for no man. Gotta get that new dough. Just dropped off the last batch. I got a new loaf. Had to double back cause he called and needed 2 more. Maybe I be driving too fast for that guap. It's coming in too fast. I pray it don't stop. Cause I was on the bottom, gotta climb to the top. Used to rock hand-me-downs, now I'm handy on the block. I came up off the rock like Sean. I'm a whole lobster, y'all prawns. You fucking with a king, y'all pawns. And for that 25, you get that Barry Bonds. Cause people say I drive too fast, too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. Money's always on my mind, so I'ma get it. And if it makes sense, then you know I'm down with it. Cause people say I drive too fast, move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. I got it coming in like Usain Bolt. You want that dope? You gon' get what you pay for. Move, bitch, get up out my way like Buddha. Carpool lane by myself for the Gouda. One twitch, you could get black by a shooter. Real fast, come up in your house like an intruder. Drive 110 in the 60. Hand over that money first, you ain't about to jit me. Gotta keep that blick on my lap cause it get tricky. Keep both eyes open in these streets cause it get iffy. I need them blue avatars. Nigga, what you travel for? I was moving fast, trapping in that travel lodge. Or that days in, waiting till them days in. I'm blessed I made it this far, this shit's amazing. But people say I drive too fast, move too fast, live too fast. Ain't no such thing as too fast. Money's always on my mind, so I'ma get it. And if it makes sense, then you know.
bouncing out. Ay, chopper dish or two, I chalk them out. Ay, ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about. Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chopper dish or two, I chalk them out. Ay, ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about. Niggas talking like they drillin', but I know they ain't. No stripes in the damn hood, you ain't never ring. Fuck a peace treaty, I ain't never tryna moderate. I be starving for this beef shit like I ain't never ate. I know you don't want this, cause I've been navigating through these streets, don't need no compass. On some dumb shit, put a foe, a bit of sun kiss. Bullets hit your back, couple inches from your bows this. Had to switch it up, you gon' need help. Had an ambulance come pick you up. You ain't seen this, fast like Uber, how I'm pulling up. And I ain't talking empty tank when I come and fill you up. Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chopper dish or two, I chalk them out. Ay, ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about. Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chopper dish or two, I chalk them out. Ay, ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about.
Get your ass whacked for what you talk about. White, chalk 'em out. Full bulldog, get me barking out. Blow out your eardrum. Why you want to smoke? You real dumb. You wanna feel something? Then take these shots, nigga. I'll kill some. We in the field hunting. For them ops about to drill something. I got a little something. Set my gun connect, that's real money. My nigga crash dummy. He never hesitate to blast for me. And all my hoes work. And they don't hesitate to get cash to me. That's what they're supposed to do. I run with the chosen few. Big gun, but we popping out. And we gonna expose your crew. No doubt, white chalk a nigga out. Shoulda quit running your mouth. Run in your house, shoot your spouse. Brain matter on the couch.
Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chopper dish or two, I chalk them out. Ay, ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about. Shoot shots, then we bouncing out. Ay, chopper dish or two, I chalk them out. Ay, ay, we be popping out. Ay, get your ass whacked for what you talking about.
This shit crazy. Pay attention, keep your eyes open. Be the ones next to you. Yeah, they'll fall on you. Yank God, fell in love with it. Jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins. I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot. My niggas smoking propane. Let the Pyrex cool down. Water running in the sink. Man, I love to cook dope. I don't even think I blink. So many niggas in the way. They gon' make the ship sink. I done seen niggas fold. Tell stories to police. I got caught with the blicky. 2 times it get tricky. Took a case for my bros. Felt like they wasn't with me. Niggas run when it get sticky. Do it moving and get busy. Man, I know that I was trapping hard. I know what come with it. Gotta stick and move your own mans. Turn into a whip. My own homie set me up. Try to pull a okey doke. Put them in a chokehold. Standing on my 10 toes. They be the closest ones to you. In the end, they just fold. Fell in love with it. Jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins. I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot. My niggas smoking propane.
These niggas goofy. Always trying to be like the next nigga. Like your shit don't stink. Go tell that shit to somebody else, cause I ain't buying that shit. You could gas them goofies up, not me. I could give a fuck. All that bullshit cap, that goofy shit don't faze me, cause I know who I am. You could tell them lies to them niggas that don't know me. But when I come around, I'm like they OG. Nigga ran it up, and I ain't even been out 2 weeks. Insomnia, I got a money demon on me. Nigga, I can't sleep. When they came and got me from that last spot, I thought it was OV. Niggas always crying about this and that. I ain't worried about it. I took my lick on the chin like a man.
Fell in love with it. Jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins. I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot. My niggas smoking propane.
Tap in. Man, hey, this how real this shit be though. So I gotta run that back, man. R.I.P. my nigga Hunter, man. My brother passed a few days ago, man. Just got this cut, man. I was looking hard for my resources and shit, man. I was trying to put this dude on, man. R.I.P. Hunter, man.
This shit crazy. Pay attention, keep your eyes open. Be the ones next to you. Yeah, they'll fall on you. Yank God, fell in love with it. Jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins. I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot. My niggas smoking propane. Let the Pyrex cool down. Water running in the sink. Man, I love to cook dope. I don't even think I blink. So many niggas in the way. They gon' make the ship sink. I done seen niggas fold. Tell stories to police. I got caught with the blicky. 2 times it get tricky. Took a case for my bros. Felt like they wasn't with me. Niggas run when it get sticky. Do it moving and get busy. Man, I know that I was trapping hard. I know what come with it. Gotta stick and move your own mans. Turn into a whip. My own homie set me up. Try to pull a okey doke. Put them in a chokehold. Standing on my 10 toes. They be the closest ones to you. In the end, they just fold. Fell in love with it. Jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins. I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot. My niggas smoking propane.
These niggas goofy. Always trying to be like the next nigga. Like your shit don't stink. Go tell that shit to somebody else, cause I ain't buying that shit. You could gas them goofies up, not me. I could give a fuck. All that bullshit cap, that goofy shit don't faze me, cause I know who I am. You could tell them lies to them niggas that don't know me. But when I come around, I'm like they OG. Nigga ran it up, and I ain't even been out 2 weeks. Insomnia, I got a money demon on me. Nigga, I can't sleep. When they came and got me from that last spot, I thought it was OV. Niggas always crying about this and that. I ain't worried about it. I took my lick on the chin like a man.
Fell in love with it. Jumped off the porch in it. Got dope in different spots and I be all through the city. I can feel it in my veins. I be whipping cocaine. Watch it lock in the pot. My niggas smoking propane.
Man, that one hit hard, man. Salute everybody in the building. Oh man, my brother. What up? Everybody. I had to take my boys to the bus stop. So I was like, shit, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me get up here. Let me get up here. It's been a minute. I be, man, just going in, man. Going in. We got new shit coming up. 2026 is going to be a whole new look. We're going to have a whole new makeover. You know, I mean, our streams is going to be the same, but what we got going on is nothing short of incredible. So stay tuned. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. Jerry Hatton Jr. in the building. Ghostface. Ty Green. What up, brother? Ty Green. Musician in the building. MK Knitfit. What up, brother? Let's get it. Let's get it. Paul Harris, I see you. Cannabis Cowboys. Hemi James. William Torres. Janae Johnson. 3800. What up? KA5H. What up? Salute. Let me see who else up in here. Milltown. What up, Milltown? Lamont Grant. Soul Power. Tennessee Steel Kennels. Salute. Salute everybody. Jesse Adams, 601 Mac. You know, appreciate everybody that fuck with the channel, man. You know, rather if we got the autopilot on or we live, Pitbull in Perspective. The Hazel Eyed Devil, what up? You know, rather if we live or whatever. You know, you come through, you show your support. Let me see. Somebody. Let me get this Cash App up. I think somebody grabbed one. Grabbed a mag. A V2, a volume 2. Volume 3's banging. And we got a whole bunch of new stuff popping up. I don't like to talk much. So, you know, that's not because I don't want to let you know what's going on. It's just because I like to be about doing it more, you know. And if that hurts the promotion a little bit because I didn't let people know it was coming, I just popped up, then hey, so be it. I'm from the land of the doers. Mike Dan, what up? Takarian. Mincy, what up? Harry Hayes. Cosmon, what up? Yeah, man. South Georgia Combine, salute. Cosmo Con TV, salute. JFD5 XL, huh? Hey, Derek Farmer, Heart and Finish Kennels, salute. John Kramer, what up? Salute everybody. What y'all want to talk about? Drop a couple topics. We'll get in before I get out. I got some important calls to make this morning. A lot of things going, a lot of, things that gotta go, man. Gotta get going, you know. But I definitely had to pull up for my people. Skip Bell. Definitely. Had to pull up for my people. And you know how we gonna do every time. Every time. It's gonna be up. Every time. He said, this is not J-Bo. What's up with you, brother? Salute, salute. Man, getting it in, man. Another day. Another day. You know, still got to be productive. You know, you don't get off the hook from being productive, right? Productivity is always the main course meal of the day, right? Right. You can't sit back and worry about what everybody else is doing in their program. You need to be worried about how you're going to elevate yours, right? I mean, yeah, you can know people. The game is full of people that know somebody that did it, but they didn't, right? Go get it. Been a lot going on. Hey, I know you guys seen that short. I know you guys seen that short. Oh, stanky leg. I told y'all to use them. You know, boy, that boy hitting. That boy hitting, man. Think we got a magazine purchase this morning. Smash that like button. Okay. Harry Hayes. Hey, I got it. I got it, brother. Appreciate the support. Volume 2 coming to you.
I never knew that I would do numbers like this. I make a move. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose. I'm tryna win. Ain't tryna lose. I never knew that I would do numbers like this.
You know? Appreciate the support, brother. Appreciate the support. Hit that Amazon.com. Get it up in there. APBT Magazine. It's all over. Puppy giveaway coming soon. APBT Magazine hashtag. Remember, I told you. I told y'all. You guys had a chance to hit this hashtag on everything. Now we're going to swoop through and pick 10 finalists that have been actually using the APBT Magazine hashtags. And we got to pup off a stanky leg that we're going to give out. I don't know which litter. I don't know which litter it's going to come out of, but it's going to be off a stanky leg. So that's what we do over here. Oh, the other channel? They not? They don't give away pup? Okay. That's fine. That's fine, brother. It's okay. That's okay. Just support what we got going on, promote what we got going on, make your shorts, let them know what you got going on, promote that magazine. That's the hashtag I'm going to be looking for. Somebody on there promoting the magazine. Sitting down, take a couple clips out of there, somebody videotape you looking through the motherfucker and you enjoying it, you know. That type of content right there, right? We need the exposure. We got to get out here to the world. We can't keep it just in between just us. You know, this thing is a big thing. It's got wheels. It can travel as far as we want it to. Right. All right, Cobb, what up, brother? Salute. APBT magazine's kicking ass right now. Okay. So don't miss out. Even on your YouTube videos. We go on the YouTube platform, putting it in there, everything. You know? I'm looking for somebody that's seeking opportunity, you know? Somebody that wants to be a fucking boss. A lot of this shit I talk about on the back streets. Need an APBT magazine rep in every state. It's got it all. Wants to get the bag. $2026 looking bright. Starts now, though. Starts now. Are you giving that dog his heartworm medicine and not letting it accumulate? Cutting off haters. You know, they don't mean your program no good, man. By now, everybody should have showed their true colors by now. Clifton behind enemy lines. K9. What up, brother? Salute. We're going to be branching off into other communities. A lot that we had to offer. A lot of the other community, you know, they're catching us. They're catching us, man. You know? For us true, staunch APBT fans. You know, on these platforms, jumping into the web of things and things like that with like apps and things like that. These other communities are they're gaining some steam, man. They're gaining steam. One thing that I always love about this community and it's unique that we always got some interesting controversy, you know. You know, we always got some interesting type of ego trip or controversy that keeps it, you know, keeps it fresh. Some people look at it as negativity. If dog men never had their feuds, we wouldn't hear about the stories that this dog isn't supposed to be bred like this. This dog isn't supposed to be bred like that. We would have never heard those stories. If it wasn't for those feuds. You know? Gino, 8160. Recoil buck. There's a lot of people that got semen off of them. I know a couple of guys personally that have semen off of that dog. Went through the process and everything to get the semen stored. I'm not sure if any of them used it yet. One guy has like 5 breedings, you know. As far as production, I haven't seen any of his dogs. I don't know how they look. I can't just say too much. Although I did, his name has popped up on my radar quite a few times. So that's a good thing. Oregon Grower, what up, brother? 7535. Salute. Salute to you. Salute to everybody. Salute to everybody. Smash the like button. We're going to get it in. Let me see. Yeah, I got a lot to do today, buddy. Today. Make sure everybody stay tapped in. Stay tapped in. If you ain't gave me the email, hit that APBT Magazine 8 for that email. I'm going to send out another blast joint. I practiced. I tried to do one the other day. I think some of y'all got it. Matter of fact, I think it was this on the screen. Just to let y'all know the magazine, everything like that, getting it in. And I was gonna do that Pitbull Bible. I'm gonna hold off on that. I know I got an old journal or something that I can send you guys on the PDF. So hit me on that APBT Magazine 8 at gmail.com and just tag mail list. Get on that mail list. I'll send you guys a journal, one of the old journals, 1998 or something, you know what I'm saying? Some old, right? And you guys could flip through it and check it out and share it with everybody, whatever. It's all good. It's all to the good. I might even throw a page in it. I might even put a page at the end, just to maybe not, but in the future, maybe. Hey, I'm trying hard. Oregon Grower. I got a nice little core. I mean, you know, with the support thing, you know, you gotta, one thing about me, I'm never gonna sit around and cry and fucking, you know, I want support, but I'm not gonna beg for the shit. Right. So we try to interchange it as much as we can. And then some people just think it's like a one article thing. Like, yeah, let me get an article, right? But this is a long thing. This is a long game. Like if you're a writer and you have 10 stories, this is a long game for you to set your portfolio up and what you've been doing and everything, right? Positive things that you've been trying to contribute to the community, sharing that, right? We need more people that can come to your yard in case of an emergency or something. People that you can trust. That's why integrity is so important. That's why when somebody tattletales or snitches or do something, that's why we're so adamant about that. Because you could be hanging with somebody and it might be an emergency. We got to go to this guy's yard or anything. And if you're a thief or if you can't be trusted or you'll tell law enforcement where somebody's yard is. I've been hearing a lot of that and it's disturbing. Maybe I need to stay off of Facebook. I'm hearing dog men are sending other dog men to dog men's yards. That's incredible. That's unbelievable. You think you're doing good, you doing, you know what I'm saying? You rolling, you about to go pull off and go get some groceries or something, and you got to double back because the fucking animal control's at your house because somebody done sent the cops to your house. Right? So we're protecting the breed. It goes deeper than just owning a few dogs and whatnot. Like we got to keep these dogs under wraps so that they don't get scrutinized. That's what we got to do. Hey, Harry Hayes, hey, text me that if you listening, text me that address, brother. I'm gonna get that volume too. I got a couple back orders. I'm gonna lock in today. I'll make a trip over there today and lock everybody in. You know what I'm saying? Trying to lock everybody in, y'all. That's it. Let me get my daily double, man. You guys stay up, stay dangerous. Keep your eyes peeled on your yard. Make those right investments that's going to invest back into your yard. Okay. That's ultimately going to help you out, man. If you got over 10 dogs, now this is for the guys that got over 20 dogs. If you got over 20 dogs, retain a lawyer. I'm not going to tell you because some dudes are, they try to tell you not to have that many dogs. And, I'm not going to tell nobody how many dogs they have. I think everybody's situation is different. But if you got over 20, you got 19, retain a lawyer. Take some money out of that litter that you're about to drop. You about to sell 3-4 of them. We know that. Put some of that bread up. Retain you a lawyer. Let them know what you're doing. Let them know that you don't want no static. Right? That's going to be an extra layer of protection that you need. Right? Big bro buck, I got you. And yeah, it's expensive, but really it's not, because that's gonna save your ass in the long run. Just the threat of that lawyer lurking around. You know, they might not want to fuck with you. They might want to check their dots and shit. You know, they're gonna have to go the extra limb to get you, right? Because you got that extra layer of protection. Just look at it like that. Doesn't mean go out here and crash out, right? It just means that I got this extra protection and I got this relationship with this lawyer. So I'm not out here looking for a lawyer, because you might find a tree hugger that really don't care about you, and they take your case. Yeah, they'll take your case and do a terrible job. You don't need that. You need somebody that's going to go in there and fight for you, because it ain't a matter of if they're coming. It matters when they're coming, right? Take it how you want to, man. I got about 5, 6 phone calls, man. I'm going to get up out of here. You guys be easy. Peace.